All right, then we are live on the Velasquez Vlog Show, November 27, 2020. Um, Welcome everybody back to another episode 10, season 1 on the Velasquez Vlog Show with your host, Jeffrey Velasquez. All right, how you guys doing this evening? Today is Friday. I know yesterday was Thanksgiving Day. I hope you and your loved ones and your family had a good time in this special holiday, an American holiday. Um, I think a lot of people around the world are not familiar with Thanksgiving here in the United States, but pretty much. It's a holiday. It's an American holiday that where it's celebrated to be thankful for the things that are in your life. Uh, I'm not I'm not gonna talk about the history behind Thanksgiving Day, or we will not finish this podcast. But anyways, before I start with the podcast, um, you guys already know that I thank everyone that is involved in law enforcement, the military, and other special embodiments of national security that are doing their sacrifice and their service to um, to this country to keep us safe. So and also I want to thank the doctors. I want to thank the doctors, the medical staff, and all their essential workers that are out there supporting our society, supporting their people, their citizens, their cities, their districts, their country, um, their states, and anywhere around the world. Thank you guys for not quitting. Thank you guys for not letting the pressure get to you guys, and so all that is appreciated throughout this dark time and this pandemic. Um, I hope you guys are staying safe out there as well. Um, I know I hear that our cases are spiking up around the world and in the United States. So I hope you guys are staying safe and taking precautions. If you don't, then that's on you. Everybody believes different things about the pandemic. Some people believe, some people don't believe, some people believe in the mask, some people don't. And whatever you believe in, just as long as you feel safe and you are emotionally and mentally secure, and you know that you're doing everything you can to stay safe, then that's all that counts. Um, Let me see what else we got here today. Um. So yeah. So pretty much Thanksgiving is an American holiday, like I said, and that is celebrated in a way that's pretty much you're thankful. That's pretty much what you're showing on Thanksgiving days. You're thankful for the things that are in your life and for the things that have happened in your life that are positive and that have made you the individual you are today, or whether it's from family, whether it's from strangers, whether it's from an embodiment, whether it's from a group of people, that you want to show appreciation for the things they done for you or to you, or the things they done for you to be who you are and where you are today. So just special day today to thank people, since we are always too busy to thank them. When we have to, or at least we should be able to thank them more often, in my opinion. But this day, I'm glad that this day is a reminder to do it, and not just on that day, but to remember to do it more often with those people. Um, for the people that are watching this podcast right now live, um, I tried doing it on Facebook at the same time. I have to wait for YouTube to process the entire video. So you guys are so you guys are able to so I'm able to download it, and then after that I'm able to put it on Facebook. And for the people that follow the Spotify channel, also I have I upload my audio blogs podcast on there as well. So if you guys are on the go and you guys want to listen to it, you can guys go ahead and do it on Spotify as well. I have the links on the description of this live episode. So just check it out whenever you get the chance. And yeah, also for the people that are following me on Facebook, don't forget that we have a raffle at the end of the month, on the last day of the month. And pretty much all you have to do is just like the page, comment on one of the videos for November, and then you're already automatically getting enrolled into the raffle. Okay, so no further ado, let's get to the topic. Today's topic, I want to talk about lost friends. Okay, um, have you as an adult, I feel like as time flew by, as uh, as the more of the more things I did, I feel like the more friends I lost. Well, I don't know if lost maybe is a strong word, but more like, well, you grew a further distance in the friendship. The thing is that as you get older, you study more, you study people more, and you study the people they are, and also what kind of friends they can be, good friends, bad friends, um, so many types of friends, right? So that's why I want to talk about this topic today, because I think it's a very interesting topic depending on who you are, what you've done in life, and honestly, if the way you lost your friends are being a positive or in a negative way, right? And also forgive me for my accent. If I have a strong accent, I apologize for that. I've been working on it for like the last 20 years, so we'll get there. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think one of the friend when I was younger, and there's so many factors, so many things that can happen in your life that would determine this outcome, right? For example, in my case, when I remember having friends, I was in El Salvador, right? I was maybe 8, 9 years old, maybe 10, around there. And during those years, those were the only years I remember having any friends. Any friends that I made from the age of 8 under, forget about it. Uh, no memory. I don't have the best memory either, but what I'm saying is that you lose friends with time, I think, and time flies so fast. For the people that are not aware how time flies, it flies really quick. When you're young, when you're a kid, when you're an adolescent, adolescent. Is that the word? Adolescent. Anyways, you guys get it. You guys are teenagers. Just put it that way. You guys have no idea how fast time flies as an adult. Like when I remember when I was a teenager, when I was growing up, I wanted to be an adult, and I felt like time wasn't flying fast enough. And now that I'm an adult, I want time to stop. I want time to stop. I want to be able to stop time. I want to have the ability to stop time, but I can't, right? So I love I lost friends, the friends that I made in El Salvador, and I lost them because, let's just say that I moved out of the country. I was born here, but I was sent over there and I came back. So the time I came back was the moment when I didn't decide it, just something happened. I had to come back. Okay. By the way, I didn't want to come as a kid. I felt like I was enjoying life, but man, I had a rough life as a kid over there, and I didn't know about it until now that I'm an adult and I reflect on it. I'm like, damn, man, my life wasn't so easy, man. Like, because now I see how kids are raised and how they grow up here in the United States compared to a third world country, where in an area where there was no electricity, and it was very, very third world country, let's just say it like that. And but anyways, the whole country is not like that. Just where I was, for some reason, we just didn't have those resources, right? And I've had the best time of my life with these guys, man. With these friends that I hang around with. As a kid, you really think everybody's your friend. If you play with them, they're your friend. If you're if you guys get along, if you guys do homework together, you guys go to school together, you guys consider them friends, right? But as you get older, and as a teenager, as a matter of fact, during the teenage years, you begin to choose your friends. Now not just anybody that talks to you, you consider them friends. You can now you start to consider people that versus who they are to you in your life, right? Um, but I want to speak more on the and then as time flies by, as you get older, you become very selective, more picky. You become more, uh, you become to analyze people more, right? And then you realize, like, well, I just don't like that guy. Something about that guy, something about that girl, something it just doesn't fit in. Something this is the type of person I don't want to hang out around with. But you start to notice certain things that are not, let's just say, they're not part of what you do and the way you see things, right? So it's understandable. We start electing friends as we get older, and well, I think time is one of the reasons that we lose friends. Time flies, and you begin to surpass certain phases of your life, certain stages of your life, and then you realize that in every phase you make friends, but in every phase you also lose friends, right? It all depends how far you are, how far you're going in life as you move forward, right? For example, I remember middle school, high school, military, college, right? In everything I did, I made a friend, I lost a friend, vice versa, right? And you'll be surprised how much you learn, as you experience, as you socialize with people and the people around you and just surroundings. Is just incredible. For example, of time, we talked about time, also about personal achievements, right? I think personal achievements is another factor in how we lose friends, right? Whether um, and not everybody is gonna achieve what you do. For example, you want to be a carpenter, you want to be a singer, you want to be a movie maker, you want to be a garbage truck driver, you want to be a police officer, you want to be a military service member, um, you want to be whatever it is that you choose to do, right? um, and then when you choose that route, you start making friends on that field, but you start losing friends from the fields you accomplished or you already have surpassed, right? And I don't want to say lose friends. I think you lose connection, you lose bond, you lose communication, and you build a distance, right? So whenever you meet people again, you wonder if those people are in the same category as you were, as you are as well, or if they're still back then, right, in the same mindset, right? So personal achievements can also, um, I don't want to say lose once again, more like distant people that you became friends with. It doesn't mean you're not friends. It just the distance between friendships become extended. As the more away you move away from that phase of life, right? School, you're done with high school. Okay, those friends, they go to college. Now, if you have, I mean, if you made friends from the age of 0 and up to this day, you're 30 years old, and you kept communication with that friend, wow, that's amazing. Because I never seen it. I never seen where you meet a friend from the age of 0 and you guys grow up together all the way until you guys get old. I mean, I'm sure it happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but to me, to what I've been exposed to in my culture as a Hispanic, um, let's just say that I haven't seen it yet. Friends from church, when you used to go to church more often as a kid, when you used to go play soccer as a kid, when you used to, go, I don't know, somewhere, so summer camp, for example, right? You made friends there as well, and then you move on. You met him that time, and then whenever you meet him again, you just a memory. But friends, the word friends is so important, because not everybody can be, as an adult, let me tell you, he's hard to make friends. It's hard to make friends. I mean, not everybody can be a social butterfly, right? You can make connections. I think connections, because when you think of a friend, you think of someone you can rely on, right? So also, one of the things that separates people or friends, or the friendship of people, is personal differences. As you get older, high school, college, military. you get married, you have kids, the mindset changes for many people. So a personal difference is you think differently than the other person because you have developed a skill, you have advanced education, uh, you have found a job where, like, unfortunately, certain attitudes, certain personalities have to be applied to it in order to be effective, right? For example, in the military, you can't be a jokester. You got to be a serious individual, somebody who's taking their job with pride and seriousness, somebody who's not going to be goofing off around, right? I mean, we all know a goofball here and there, right? But I'm talking about the seriousness of the job. If your job is not to be serious, if you're going to be like a professional circus clown, a professional entertainer, then that's understandable. You got to do what you got to do to entertain people. But not every field is the same. So when you change, the change doesn't have to be negative. I think it can be positive, and it all depends on how educated you are and how to see what's going on in front of you, right? Um, and so personal differences can also be, or the way, or can also interfere, or can be a great factor into how you distance friendships, right? Especially culture, man. It's just crazy. When you're a kid, you don't see these layers of factors of what makes friends, what separates friends, and things like that. You just live life, right? But it's amazing how all these things that we're talking about impact a friend's life. It can impact your life. It can bond you, or it can unbond you, right? Um, So personal difference, just the way you think. You guys can think differently. You guys can do things differently. You guys got different lifestyles. Somebody became, financially successful. Somebody didn't. Social class differences that can also be a part as a personal differences, even if it's not by choice or by choice, right? And also by the way our life is. I think also the way we live our life, our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is also a big factor on the friends we have in our life, right? I always think that for friends that have friends around, if the friends that people choose to be friends with, it's because most likely they have the same mindset, they have something in common, or they have the same goals in mind, right? You always want to have something in something common with these individuals. So whenever you guys hang out, you guys are actually can show support to each other and your ideas, right? At least that's how friends supposed to be, right? But it sucks whenever you are friends with somebody who is not doing as great, or who is not, how can I say, successful as you become, right? Because success doesn't have to be what we see on TV, or what we hear about: money, boats, penthouses, exotic parties. We're not talking about that kind of success. Uh, Success can be finishing high school, it can be finishing college, finishing a clean, honorable military career, etc. Right? So anything can be success as long as it's something you have never accomplished and you finally was able to accomplish it. That a lot of people are not get to accomplish. You finishing high school, you finishing your education, you getting that job that you work so hard for, that competitive position that you got. Those things are the ones that separate you, from success and failure, right? So um, so sometimes I feel like when your friends have not become as successful as you, they seem to fade off on their own. They don't want to be there, and I think they want to be there. I think they just feel I feel like they get a little uh let me see, what's the word I can use, unsecure, the insecure, yeah. So insecure. And like, I'm a humble guy, okay? I'm a humble guy. Yeah, here and there I treat myself. Sometimes here and there I show my what's it called, the my achievements. Because I work really hard for them. But I don't feel myself. I don't see myself as a show off. Um, I do like to reflect on my achievements, um, because I know where I come from. Every little thing I achieve, I celebrate it, because I know how hard I work for it, and most importantly, I know where I come from, and I know for a fact that if I didn't work hard, it would have never came across me, or I would have never achieved it. So when you come from a certain background where, like, everything counts, everything matters, and every achievement speaks highly of you, you want to take pride of that, and that's all I do is take pride of my accomplishments, because not a lot of people can accomplish those things, right? Is everything is a competition. Every time you accomplish something, you accomplish a competition, you surpass the competition that many people have tried and they have failed. And the people that have succeeded, you now have become part of that, a group that have succeeded, even whether it was it easy or whether it was it hard. Some people just have an easy time achieving things. Good for them. But for us that have to work really hard, extremely hard, and probably 3, 5, 10 times than other people, then hey, only we will understand the value of every little achievement. And for some people, our achievements can be little, and for some people, our achievements can be big, right? So we can never satisfy. Um, you can never satisfy your entire society that lives around you, right? Because there's just no way. You only can satisfy yourself, and then if you're satisfied, that's all that matters. And if your satisfaction satisfies another individual, that's a good sign. That means they're a good keeper, they're good friends, that they're happy for you, for your accomplishments, and they're happy for what you have done in your life. And like I said, everything you do, okay, take it with pride, because there's somebody else out there that wants the same thing you do, or they want to achieve what you've done, or maybe worse, maybe you have haters who don't want you to keep achieving. Maybe those haters don't want you to achieve anything in your life. They try to belittle you, but also when people try to belittle you, I mean, they have no respect for you. Okay, so the more they try to, like, I don't want to say bully, because but we're gonna use bully, right? In this case, when the more they try to bully you, the more they try to turn you down, the more they try to make you feel like shit. It's because that means they're afraid of you. Okay, that means that these individuals don't care about you as a friend. That means they don't want you to succeed. That means that they only want to see you down. Whenever you're up, they don't mess with you. But whenever you're down, oh, everybody, they want to be there, right? It should be all the way around. If you're down, they should be there. If you're high, if you're up, they should be there too. But unfortunately, man, we got a lot of haters out there. Okay, I can call a lot of haters out right now, but I'm not gonna do that, because I'm a humble guy, right? So, but man, you have people who don't want you to succeed. They didn't believe in you. They still don't believe in you, and you just have surpassed them beyond levels, right? But it just, you can't please everyone, and not everybody you think that's your friend is really your friend, right? Only you follow your instinct, and you know who your friend really is, because there's a difference between being a friend and being somebody who thinks is your friend. You have people who only need you there when they need something from you, right? And then you have people who are there whenever they just want to be there, and you want the one that wants to be there no matter what. Okay, don't lose that person. If that person wants to be in your life and they don't expect anything in return, keep them, because they're hard to find. And let me tell you, I don't have a lot of friends. So, and it's not because I don't want a friends. It's just so hard to make friends. The more you know, the more selective you are with people, the harder it is. And it's not because you're an asshole. Like, I'm not an asshole. I'm actually a pretty humble guy. I'm honest as well, and if I tell that person, hey, you're fucking up, that's why your shit ain't working, I will let you know. If I'm your friend, if I'm not your friend, I'll be like, oh, good job, good job. Don't worry, you get it next. No, I'll tell you what really went wrong, and then I'll tell you everything will be fine. But if I, but like I said, I help anybody, so it's kind of hard to tell whenever I tell a person that's not my friend, a person that's my friend, that everything's gonna be fine, because I try to support everyone that wants to achieve something in life. That's just in my blood. Like, but then people try to take advantage of that sometimes. When you're humble, people try to use you, and things like that. And let me tell you, uh, especially family. I think family sometimes want to take advantage of you. Whenever you're doing great, they think because you're humble, they think you're not smart to realize that they can also fuck you, and they can actually stab you in the back, right? But you learn that with experience. Okay, you learned to see who's the shady friend, who is the real friend, and who is the one you can trust to keep secrets with, right? Um, so it's not uh, it's not easy to select friends because you gotta make sacrifices. Just like you want them to be there for you, you have to be there for them, and you really have to be there for them. You can't just be there just when you need something. You gotta be there when they need you too. And if you're not gonna be there, do you think they're gonna count on you? Hell no, they're not. I know I wouldn't. And look, I'm cool to just have just hey, we know each other, here and there. Oh yeah, we do this, we play a game last time, or we met at the casino, we met at the gym, or we met here. That's fine. Um, but to make friends, you have to do your time. You have to do your time. You don't do your time in their life, forget about it. They're not gonna trust you. You don't do time in my life, forget about it. I'm not gonna trust you because that's the way friendships work. That's the way um a friendship works. I mean, I can't stress it enough. It's like building trust, you know. Uh, so back to the topic of lost friends, time, personal achievements, personal differences, way of life, and one more. It's called personal failures. Like for example, have you ever had a friend who became like a I don't know a convict or a drug addict or just a bad influence, from in society or in other people's lives. Have you ever met someone like that versus somebody who actually worked really hard, came from nothing, and they took care of their mom, grandma, and family, and now they're doctors or lawyers or astronauts. So please put it on the comments. What kind of if you guys have met those two types of friends, and tell me which have you learned from each one, and with the same resources, they usually had to achieve different goals as long as it was success, right? um but it's just so much that involves the life of people, and we can talk about our friends and things like that, but then we don't wonder about what caused them to make those choices, what caused them to make those mistakes, what went wrong, what went right on the other on the other individual's life. And then we just judge, right? As individuals, we just judge, oh, he's a nobody. He's a bum, right? But we don't understand why they're bums, why they're failures, what versus the one that, oh yeah, he went to school, yada 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 yada. It's but also guidance. Okay. um, some of our friends were hard headed. Some of our friends learned. Some of our friends learned the hard way. Some of our friends learned the easy way. Some of our friends decide to distance themselves from us because we were moving forward, and we decide to distance ourselves from them because they were doing the opposite, and they were the people that could attract you down. And when you have those kind of friends in your life, of course you don't want them, right? You try to stay away from them as possible. When you want to be with the friends that are achieving stuff, right? Those are the ones you want to stick around with because those are the ones that can help you whenever you're trying to achieve something, or at least guide you, right? Because who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that support? Who doesn't want that environment? That we wish to have, right? You know, and so it's very important to know who we are and what kind of friend we are and what kind of friends we want in our life, right? So lost friends. I lost a lot of friends. Well, like I said, right? You never know who are your truly friends, but you tried. I think I tried being friends with most of the people I met in my life. Um, and I think maybe that was one of the issues, that maybe that I didn't understood during that time, that sometimes when you want to make friends, doesn't mean they want to be friends with you. Simple as that. And you have to respect that. Don't take it personal. If people don't want to be friends with you, there must be a reason why. Sometimes there are no reasons. Sometimes you can never know the reason. Sometimes the reasons are personal, a little too personal, to the fact that, what, that person is not for me. I just don't like him. Maybe they don't want to say it. It's a psychological evaluation on why, right? But yeah, uh, yeah. Don't take it personal when somebody doesn't want to be your friend. It all depends on the environment, on the operation, right? On the task, right? You want to be friends with somebody for more than a friendship, like when it comes to a guy and a girl, or you become friends with somebody because you want to learn something from them, or because you just guys just click, you guys just like get along from the moment you guys met, right? But that happens, there's chemistry, friendship chemistry and other kinds of chemistries, right? But there's always a chemistry with somebody who you're really friends with. There's with no chemistry, forget about it. No opportunity of friendship whatsoever, right? So there's gotta be some kind of connection, some kind of um, chemistry. Okay, and your friends, and you might be a social butterfly while other guys are quiet, and while other guys are more violent than others, and other ones are just shy and yada yada yada. You have all this type of different friends, right? Well, in order for you to notice that and treat them accordingly, you have to be able to know them, right? So not everybody's gonna be the same way you are, and not everybody's gonna be the same way the other ones are, right? Everybody will be different. um, and just as an adult, it's hard to have friends. It's hard. It's not easy to keep him, especially. Oh, I forgot to mention one factor as you get older. It's when you get married. When you get married, oh man, the friends you can lose. And I don't want to say lose, but once again, that distance you have to build between those friends, especially if you're a girl. If you're a girl and you're married, I mean, this is what I noticed the more on the girls. That girls, they all their friends, male friends, female friends, they began to create distances between each other, and I don't understand why. This happened to me when I got married as well. Um, I lost friends. They don't want to be friends. Like, I mean, I want to be there, but they don't want to be there. Right? Um, and then you wonder whether they really wanted to be my friends, or were they really my friends, or what's going on. And if you, for the guys that are listening to this, I want to know. Put it on the comments. If you have the answer to this, why do people that get married lose friends, or maybe not lose friends? Maybe friends just start to become apart and more distant. Why does that happen? Let me know in the comments below. Um, Also on the types of ways you can make friends, right? From female to male, from male to male, female to female, right? I think females and females got one bond, males and males got one bond, but when it comes to girls and to guys and girls, I think the bond, it's, who, it depends, mostly it's when girls attract guys as friends, it's more like a physical chemistry or like a mindset chemistry. E How can I say this? And it's a survival instinct, by the way. This is just a human survival instinct that whenever you get along with somebody of the opposite sex, there's gonna be something that's gonna attract you, and just that's the way it is, and you can't fix that. It's just the way we are as humans, right, in nature. So a lot of guys, a lot of guys get insecure about that, and a lot of girls too. A lot of girls think that guys can have female friends, and vice versa. Some guys think that guys can have more. They can have female friends because they'll impact the marriage, or something might happen, and then it might damage the relationship or whatever, right? Whether you're married or boyfriend or girlfriend, right, or engaged. Um, it's um it's a mystery, how such a important, such a
A special event can't affect the lifestyle.
you know what I'm saying. So sorry about the voice change. Yeah, I just wanted to try and see how that sounded. But yeah, I wonder, why do we change? I mean, do we even change, or what is it? You guys, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, all the things we talked about today influence the type of friends we want in our life, and the type of friends that we are in other people's lives, right? The type of friends we want, the ones we don't want, and the ones we want to be, and the ones we don't want to be. Um, so for the guys that were listening, I hope you guys are enjoying this podcast. Forgot to mention one more factor, but we'll come back to that later, right? So my sponsors, Iron Gator Fitness and Silver Plant Choice. Silver Plant Choice. They work with life insurance, health insurance, and all the other services to keep you safe, your family safe, and most importantly, everyone's health around you. So if you know anybody that needs life insurance, health insurance, funeral services, funeral insurance, please contact Silver Plan Choice. Silver Plan Choice. The information is on the description below. Look for agent Yaisa Melendez. Okay, and Iron Gator Fitness. You know, you want to be in shape, you want to be motivated. You know, you don't know where to start. You know, you just want to get to it. You don't want to think too much about it. Iron Gator Fitness is the people you want to talk to. And if you guys are interested in contacting them, just put it right there on the just follow the link and then send them an email on the page, the Facebook page. I also run the page. That's also me, by the way, Iron Gator Fitness. So if you see me there training or training people, that's me. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let me see here. You know, the thing is that when I do my podcast, I try not to look like I'm following a timeline or like a sketch, right? Because I don't want to sound like I'm following a sketch. But the thing is that if I don't organize my thoughts, if I don't organize what I have to say, what I have to do, what I have to bring up, then I'll be all over the place, right? So you have to be in order when you're doing a podcast so people can follow you properly and they're not lost. So I apologize if I sound like I guess, like I'm on a script or something. I'm not, I promise you. Just notes, so I don't forget things. Um, but before I leave, I wanna say thank you. Since we're still during the Thanksgiving week, I wanna say thank you to the people that been there, in my life, in any shape or form. Because as supporters and haters, they both been there and they both done their part. Um, but I want to thank most importantly the my family. I think the people, of course, as much as I want to involve the entire family, I have to involve the ones that have been there, the ones that have supported, the ones that have want the best for me, the ones that have want me to be successful, and uh, with purity. Somebody who wants the best, who somebody who has always wanted the best for me in a sincere way. Because not everybody's like that, especially in family. Yeah, you think because they're family, you think they're gonna support you all the way, and that's not true. Sometimes family doesn't want you to succeed. So um, you know i want to I want to appreciate my family that's been there, that has supported me. And I also want to thank the people who have not been family, that have been friends, close friends, or even people who I just met, and they helped. I want to thank them, because if it wasn't because of their actions, I would have had a harder time. If not, I probably wouldn't even be here. So I want to thank them. There's so many people that have guided me, that have extended their hand to help me, even if it was just temporarily. That's all it took for me to get where I am today. So I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Um, and also I want to thank the haters. I want to thank the haters, because without them, I don't think I would have had that, I guess, motivation. I think proving people wrong. It's like motivation sometimes. When people say you can't do this, they belittle you, or they think you don't have what it takes. I think that helps, because if you want something, you go for it, and then when you accomplish it, um, you rub it in their face, and you realize that, you know what, you know uh, they were wrong. They were wrong, and yeah, I had bigger dreams. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to be a soccer player. I wanted to be a reggaetonero. I wanted to be a urban artist, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to accomplish that. It doesn't mean I stopped. I kept accomplishing other things. Okay, that don't work. Good. Let me do this. Okay, good. That don't work. Okay, let's do that. I never quit it. I never gave up. I always kept fighting to get what I wanted to get or something close to it. I aimed high, I got something. So, sometimes not everything works out in life, and and sometimes the things you least expect to work out, to work out, it work out. That's how it is. That's how it is with friends. Part of luck, right? So and sometimes our friends become more than friends, or friends, or girlfriends, fiancés, spouses, and sometimes even ex-wives and ex-husbands, right? I mean, time can bring you many surprises in life, and being smart is not bad when it comes to making friends. The thing is that when you're too smart, it's hard to make friends. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with being smart. The smarter you are, the more selective you are with your friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Um, okay, well, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I entertained you. I hope I brought some good points up in friendships and about our lost friends with time, personal achievements, personal differences, our way of life, and most importantly, um, uh, our phase in our life, whether we're married or we are successful, we failed somewhere, right? So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Um, well, I'll see you guys next week. I was just, man, for a second there, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do a podcast this week, but we just been so busy, guys, and being a father of a newborn, and then an 11-year-old, and then work, and then try to work out in between. It's really hard, to just sit and do a podcast because I'm a very organized person. I don't like to just get on camera and start talking things. I like to organize my ideas. I like to organize my notes. I got my iPad right here with you know notes and stuff. So you'll be surprised. Before I go, just make sure you guys go on the Facebook account in a couple of days if you guys want to watch this video. Um, and then also comment on it before the end of the month so you guys can get in the raffle and like the page, okay? Don't forget to follow Spotify as well for the audio. And what else? And then I do have Instagram. I don't really promote it as much. I should, but I do have the Velasquez Blog Show does have a page on Instagram if you guys want to follow it. Um, and I will try to post more as well. Okay, so also, you guys take care. Enjoy this weekend. Enjoy this weekend with your loved ones. I hope things get better, in our society when it comes to the pandemic. Whether it's without the vaccines or with the vaccines, I hope things get better so and all of us can get back to some normalcy, right? And stay safe out there, guys. Stay out of trouble. I wish you guys luck in anything you guys want to accomplish in your life. And thank you guys for once again for following and supporting the Velasquez Vlog Show. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the idea, that things are great, and then we got a lot more podcasts to come. So just stay tuned for new episodes and new topics, and I'll try to bring more people into the show. Today I had to do solo, but that's okay. No worries. We'll get more people as we do more podcasts. So you guys have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of this Friday evening and this weekend, and I hope you guys hear another podcast next week. Take care.